From a global perspective, the biggest trend that we see this year is 5G. And it's not the consumer variant of 5G, but 5G for business, particularly for industry. And the reason why we think it is so important is because this is a technology that can improve the operational efficiency or the productivity or even the business model of companies in most sectors out there.
5G, because of the speed and the volumes at which data can be downloaded, which then means real-time processing and analysis of data can happen at the moment that it is being produced, which then has got commercial as well as industrial applications. So by that I mean, if you think about some of the buzzwords today around artificial intelligence, around robotics, etc. If you look in a factory environment, where now the theme of the day is to automate what's traditionally been done using manual processes, it means now you can bring robots into a factory environment that are able to work at faster pace, that are able to produce what's required with very, very high accuracy and without any interruptions. So that talks to efficiency, that talks to productivity, that talks to profitability. And also if you look at some of the applications in environments where it could be very difficult for humans to go into. So you talk about mining, deep level mining below the surface, where infrastructure and machinery can be operated remotely using high definition 4K infrastructure, television cameras essentially. So that makes it possible for the operator at a remote location to be able to see what is happening in real time where the actual machine is located, but without them putting their own life in danger.
So at the moment, in terms of companies which are deploying or experimenting, it actually is every single industry is looking at it. Where we think there'll be the first deployments will be areas like ports, so they could be seaports or airports. And it's just about tracking all the goods which are flowing through there, which is a big challenge. Also factories, and what they're looking to do is reconfigure their factories so they are far more flexible. So the ideal for a factory is using wireless to enable everything within its walls to be moved around, so that if demand for product varies, they can vary their production lines. They're not held to a particular model. When we think about mobile networks, we often think about public mobile networks. So they cover, say, an entire country, and you can access them wherever you are in that country from the device that you have. So what we are expecting with 5G and also with 4G is the creation of private mobile networks. So it's where it could be a company sets up its own base station and controls who goes onto that network for that particular frequency. And all the users can be controlled, all the devices can be controlled, and none of the data goes outside of that network, so it's entirely self-contained. In terms of the pricing of 5G, at the moment it's still quite early in terms of the consumer offers. But one of the changes that comes with 5G versus 4G is the cost of carrying data is far lower per gigabyte, and it's up to 90% cheaper to carry a gigabyte of data. So if you are a consumer of data, then even if prices rise, in terms of the cost that's added on by the operator, you're still far better off. So fully deployed 5G, which requires increased capillarity of networks, does give you the benefit of a 90% price reduction per gigabyte of data. So you're looking at about 5 cents to 10 cents per gigabyte carried.
As new technology comes onto market, it means some of the jobs or some of the occupations that were there that were part of the previous industrial revolution, right, they will become obsolete. However, at the same time, there's an opportunity to create new industries. I think the challenge is then to say, okay, those people that could be impacted, how do we repurpose them? Do they have other skills that there's a need that we can potentially rechannel them to? I think that's the kind of discussion that should take place. So I don't see it as this dead-end discussion to say there's disruption coming in, there's efficiency gains that we are looking at, we're looking to up the bottom line and at all costs, and then cut and get rid, and then let's move on.